What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Been a few days. Here to give you a market update. How's everybody doing out there? Who's all in the building? Make sure y'all do a quick roll call right quick. Not gonna be too long tonight. Make sure y'all tap the like button, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Who's in the building? What's up, Ryan? Shout out to you, man. Always showing up. I know it's been a while, but you're always showing up. What's the sentiment like? How you feeling, Ryan? How you feeling out there? Who else in the building? Stevie Marley. Shout out to you. Picture looking crisp. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I know last live stream I was having technical difficulties, but now we should be good. We should be good. Make sure y'all smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to give you all a quick update up here. Not going to be too long. Not going to be too long. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all been worried? Have y'all been worried? Have y'all been nervous? Have y'all been panicking? Have you been buying? What's been going on, man? What's been going on? Y'all been doing any purchasing? Because clearly, I mean, it doesn't have to be said that everything is at a discount, and it's a great opportunity if you could take advantage of it. I know a lot of people that's been in crypto pretty much burnt out. So, hey, if you're just a holder, you got to sit back and hold and wait. Okay, shout out to you, Lenny. Don't know why my username changed. Okay, Stevie. All right, Stevie. Nah, shout out to you, Lenny. Night Owl. Shout out to you, Night Owl. Appreciate you joining. I'm going to give it a few minutes to let some people join, and then we're going to get into the prices. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and come over there. Let's bring y'all to the prices. All right. So today is October 17th, 2025. It is currently, what week of the month is it? We just completed the second week of October. So week 2 of October is complete. As you can see, the month of October has been a massacre. It's been a massacre, a lot of sell-offs, a lot of market manipulation by the market makers, all right? A lot of liquidations. A lot of people getting liquidated out of these markets because they're trading leverage. They don't really understand what they're doing. They're not using stop loss. They're not using risk management, and people are getting effed up out here. So that's why I'm here to save the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to save the day. So if you really want to learn how to trade, y'all tap into me with my Patreon. All right. Tap into the Patreon and the Discord. Really learn how to trade over there. We just completed the second week, and a lot of the people thought it was over with. You know what I'm saying? Price bounced back up last week, and a lot of people thought it was over with. But I'm here to tell you it's not over with. It's not over with. So there's going to be more pain in these markets until whatever the catalyst is, all right? This is the last shakeout. I'm not going to say it's the last shakeout. This is a shakeout to get people out of the markets, all right? It was a warning shot. Definitely a warning shot to get people out the markets. A lot of people are leverage trading, taking their assets and putting them up on exchanges to leverage trade. People are fucking up doing that. All right. I can't tell you what to do, but if you're doing that, and if you don't know what you're doing far as a trading perspective, you're going to get damaged. You're going to be, I've heard people off themselves over the week because of last Friday, not this Friday, last Friday. A lot of people left this earth because it was so brutal. So don't let that bring you into a depression if you don't know what you're doing. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. All right, so let's look at these prices right quick. And I'm not going to just cover crypto. We're going to also look at gold and silver. These things are, everything is being decoupled. So everything is crashing. The dollar's crashing. Stock market, it's not crashing, but it had a flash crash. Crypto's clearly crashing. But gold and silver are breaking all-time highs. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why. Why is gold and silver breaking all-time highs? Is it because those are the safe haven assets for central banks? I don't know. Who knows? But XRP currently trading at 298. What y'all think, man? Is it going down lower or is it coming up higher? What y'all think in the chat? Is it going down lower or is it coming up higher? We're going to get into it. XLM trading at 30 cents. A lot of great opportunities. XDC at 5 pennies. HBAR, 16 pennies, man. What did HBAR drop to? Let me see. Last week, HBAR dropped down to 8 pennies. Who took advantage of that? Bitcoin currently trading at 106. I think it's about to be scary conditions for Bitcoin. We're going to get into it. Let me see right quick. If Bitcoin gets really crazy, let me see. If something happens to Bitcoin, I can see it going back down to about $74,000. And that's if something happens. You should know what that could be. It could be another market manipulation move. It could just be in trapping retail into crypto, into Bitcoin and liquidating them out of there. There's a lot of Bitcoin traders. So a lot of people going to get hurt. Ethereum trading at 3840, 3800. Quant at a great opportunity. It could, let me see. I might look at Quant a little closer, but it's currently trading at $81. Currently at a discount. We got DAG trading at 1 penny. There it is right there. DAG back to 1 penny. So fuck. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all taking advantage of that? Excalibur, shout out to you. Yes, flight to safety. Gold and silver is the flight to safety. Shout out to y'all that own gold and silver, all right? Definitely a flight to safety. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe. Subscribe if you're brand new. What else we got? Let me see what else we got. Let's look at some other crypto prices. Let me see. This ain't all everything. 1 second. I'm missing a chart. So let me pull that up right quick. What's the sentiment like, man? How y'all feeling, man? What XRP to 50 cents? What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Let me see right quick. Crypto Matrix. 2 right there. All right. We got IOTA trading at 13 pennies. I mean, IOTA at a great opportunity right now. Algorithmic the same, 17 pennies. We're talking about pennies, y'all. We're talking about pennies. Now, a lot of y'all are burnt out, but these are long-term assets, long-term plays, investments. They're cheap until they're not. So I want to know if y'all are taking advantage. ICP currently trading at $2.99. We got Sologenic trading at 22 cents. We got Solana trading at 182. Solana might want to come down a little bit more. We got Flare Network trading at 1 penny. Cardano trading at 62 cents. We got Chainlink, $16. All right. What else we got? We got ZBEC. Y'all still holding on to ZBEC? Y'all still got ZBEC? Let me know in the chat. It's at nothing. It's pretty much zero. You know what I'm saying? Water is more expensive than ZBEC. No. Air is more expensive than ZBEC. All right. Ondo currently trading at 70 cents. SHX trading at 1 penny. Man, they did y'all dirty with SHX, but it's down to 1 penny. It's at a discount. Sui, 243. VChain, 1 penny. Axelar, 19 cents. Aave currently trading at 206. We got Velo trading at 00. Nothing. Air. It's trading at air. What else we got? XSwap, 3 pennies. We got Hyperliquid, 35 cents. Crow, 14 cents. Block V, 1 penny. We got Render trading at 245. Tron, 30 cents. Avalanche, $19. BIA, 39 cents. If we look at some of the stocks, if we look at the S&P 500, it's currently trading at 6,700. NASDAQ trading at 24,000. Coinbase trading at $337. We got Netflix trading at $1,199. So $1,200. Let's see what else we got. Berkshire Hathaway, 738. Broadcom, 349. Circle, 126. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me, man. Subscribe. All right, subscribe. What else we got? That's going to be it for now. Oh, well, we'll look at it here in a minute. I'll look at it here in a minute. So let's go ahead and pull up what y'all want to cover first. What assets y'all want to cover first? Which one concerns y'all the most? Y'all let me know in the chat. Which asset y'all want to pull up first so we can review it. Which one y'all want to pull up first? I want the engagement in the chat. Y'all let me know in the chat how y'all feeling. Come on in, y'all. Make yourself comfortable. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Silver, Excalibur. You want to look at silver? Let's go ahead. Let's go to it, Excalibur. Let me pull it up. Let's go look at silver. Let's go look at silver. I'll look at silver and then I look at gold. So, all right. Silver trading at $51, man. I was buying it. First of all, I've been having this chart pulled up for years now. I remember before this expansion higher, I remember seeing this right here. So this is a 6-month time frame for silver. So it's a long macro zoomed out time frame. There was a monthly fair value gap back in July 2020. I was accumulating at these levels right here, silver, as much as I could. I'm not no silver whale or nothing like that, but I was definitely getting my hands dirty because I understood, man, it's at a great price. It was trading around 19 cents, $20, $21. I was accumulating that. But now, as we fast forward today, 2025, 5 years later, silver is at the all-time high. And I think silver is about to run similar to gold. I would not be surprised if silver goes from here to $100, here to $150. I would not be surprised because they're repricing the metals because they are the safe havens. They are the tier 1 assets. They're considered real money. So all this other shit is all bullshit according to central banks. Like right now, some stuff ain't bullshit, but like stocks, the current state of crypto, it's all a big casino for the central bankers. So gold and silver is the real money. Even the dollar, the currencies are struggling right now. So fiat currency, that the money that y'all go work for, earn your paycheck, and all that shit is struggling as well. So where is money flowing? It's flowing into the metals. It's flowing into the metals. It's flowing into the metals. Smash that like button. So the previous all-time high was back in 2011. No. Wait. Yeah, 2011. 2011 was the previous all-time high. That high was $49. Now it's currently trading at $51. We have returned back to it. So how many years is that? 2011, 2021. That's 10 years. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about 14 years later that silver finally reaches back up to this all-time high. It's been y'all are witnessing history, all right? Y'all are witnessing history right now. Silver, gold, the things that they're doing. We never seen this before. Even the stock market, they're trading at levels that we never seen before. So we are going through history. The masses are not even aware of this. Y'all know that, right? The masses out there, they could care less. The average day-to-day citizen, they could care less. But what you're witnessing is the wealth transfer. It's underway. In crypto, all that market manipulation is to get y'all, knock y'all out of there. Don't be leverage trading your crypto, y'all. What it is doing is getting y'all up out the market, getting you out the way. They're making the economy harder. So people are, I hear places like Indeed. So you know the hiring company Indeed, right? So they're firing their employees to replace them with automation. So now the place that you go to hire, imagine working at Indeed.com and you was helping hiring new, candidates for jobs. But now Indeed fires you and now you're one of those replace workers at a company that helps people get hired. That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. So that's just the status of the economy right now in this time. People are getting laid off. Certain industries are struggling. Hopefully you're not in the industry that's too struggling. Yeah, it's a cold game. It's a real cold game, Excalibur. Shout out to everybody joining, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Currently, if y'all just joining, we're looking at gold. We're looking at silver. Starting it off with silver. We're going to get into crypto here in a minute. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is gold and silver is being repriced right now in the moment. Me and my group, we're looking at gold futures contracts. We're taking advantage. We're going to be taking advantage of these rallies in gold and silver. The price of the pull out a futures contract for gold, that's roughly about every time it ticks a penny, that's like $10. So it's almost guaranteed that it's going to go up every day. Now it's going to be some corrections, but every day as it continues to get repriced, we're going to be in there trading that every day and making profits from that. All right. When y'all want to be a part of that? I don't know. Learn this skill set. That's why I do this, because I'm an educational channel. I want people to learn how to do this so you don't have to depend on nobody. You don't have to depend on nobody. You can learn this. Don't have to depend on nobody. Hell yeah. Shout out to you, Lenny. Let's get after it. Let's get after it. We're getting after it. We're trading the NASDAQ futures. We're about to transition to gold, silver, and whatnot. Opportunities every day. While everybody else is on these unregulated exchanges getting liquidated out of the market. I'm coming back to silver in a minute, but let's go look at the liquidations in crypto. CoinGlass, let's go look at the liquidations of crypto. So I like to go to CoinGlass. Now, I don't know how accurate the data is, but we can get a rough indication on what they put out from CoinGlass. I don't know how accurate it is because they was glitching out during last week's crash. So we're just going to get what I'm trying to say. We're trying to get an indication on what the liquidations look like. So I'm going to go to CoinGlass. I'm going to go to liquidations. All right. And these are people that are trading in the market. This isn't you long-term investors waiting and hodling, you know, you're actually on the outside of the game. You're just going to have to sit through drawdown and holding for years. There's a lot of people that's impatient. I've been seeing online, there are a lot of influencers that y'all follow. They're leverage trading their crypto. They're trading crypto on leverage. So a whole lot of people got liquidated last week, but that didn't stop them from coming back in the game. Let's go look at the last 24 hours. In the last 24 hours, and we're going to look at it here in a minute, Bitcoin, there has been $340 million liquidated. And you would think they would learn from last week, right? You would think traders would have learned from last week that this market right now is very high risk. Very high risk. And people that don't know what they're doing, they're going in there leverage trading and getting fucked up. All right. Last 24 hours, 340 million liquidated out of Bitcoin in 24 hours. Y'all might look at that. Oh, that ain't no money. That's a lot of money in 24 hours. All right. And most of the liquidations came on the long position. So about 219 million got liquidated out of Bitcoin. We're going to look at Bitcoin in a minute. Ethereum right behind it, $217 million liquidations. People trying to go long got liquidated. All right. Traders who don't know what the fuck they doing. These people over last week, I was watching YouTubers that live stream trading. A lot of these people don't even use stop losses. Could y'all imagine? They don't know how to protect or use risk management. What's up, Russell? Russ, right? Bought XRP. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Hold it down. All right. Hold it down. Was y'all able to buy the liquidation last week? Was y'all able to set y'all limit orders and accumulate? Y'all let me know in the chat. But in the last 24 hours, Ethereum, 217 million liquidated. XRP, there was about 20 million liquidated in 24 hours. People leverage trading XRP. So a lot of people out here don't know what they're doing, man. A lot of people out here don't know what they're doing. And these exchanges are unregulated. How many times I tell y'all I don't trade crypto until regulations? And you wonder why, huh? Because these exchanges pulling a lot of shady shit. It should be mandatory that you trade with a stop loss, but a lot of people don't trade with stop losses. And guess what? They're gambling. They're gambling. All right, so let's come back over here. Let's come back over here right quick. What we was looking at, silver. All right, silver currently trading at $51. It took out the all-time high. I think it's going to continue to go higher. I believe I did do projections on this. I'm not gonna do that tonight just to save time. But silver in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. All right, this is the type of price action we need to see in crypto, but it's not the time yet. So we need about 6 months of candles just like this consecutively going up in crypto. It's doing it in the metals though. So that's silver. It's in price discovery. Excuse me. It's in price discovery. And whenever price is in price discovery and you're a trader, all you should be doing is looking for longs until it starts to fail. Eventually it's going to stall out and it's going to fail and the market is going to do a retracement. Y'all call it correction. I just call it retracement. All right. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. Don't forget that. That's all the market does. What kind of profile is it in right now? Y'all let me know. Let me highlight something for y'all rookies in the background. All right. For the people that are brand new, don't know nothing. What kind of profile is this right here? What kind of profile is that right there? That upward price action. What do we call that in the chat? Smash the like button, y'all. Subscribe. What do we call that in the chat? What do we call that? It's a what? It's different words for it, but it's definitely, I'm gonna give you a hint. It's an expansion, but what kind of expansion? Yes, super buy. Yes, it's an expansion, but it's a buy model. It's a buy model. So is it low resistance or high resistance? Which one is it? Y'all let me know in the chat. If you know the difference, you let me know. Is it low resistance or is it high resistance? And this is a monthly time frame. Okay. Why is everybody's name showing up different? Did YouTube change something? I ain't been on in a while. I don't know. But anyway. Lenny, you say low. Okay, let me show you something, Lenny. And you're correct, though. You're correct. So it started off, check it out. When I was accumulating back in 2020, so you see this consolidation in here where it's just going back and forth sideways. I was in here accumulating this at discount. And in that consolidation, it was high resistance. And when it started to break out, so I'm gonna highlight this area right here. This breakout higher. It was high resistance when it was breaking out. And then right on this candle right here on June of this year, it started to go low resistance. So it started off at high resistance buy model. It was a high resistance buy program. And then it loosened up and went low resistance and broke out. That's what they did. Consolidation, expansion, boom, just like that. Take out the all-time high. I was calling it on my channel. Come on now, I was calling this on my channel. Gentel, the fib extension from 2017 that matches now would be 20 to 30. Do you believe in that way of forecasting? We're going to look at it, Gentel. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it. All right. I'm going to look at it most definitely. But you can see the clear consolidation, boom, expansion. That's silver. All right. Now let's go peek at gold. I'm not going to be too long on silver. Let's go peek at gold. Y'all are really concerned about XRP. And I understand. What y'all let me know in the chat. What's most concerning to y'all right now in these markets? What's the most concerning thing to y'all right now in the markets? I want to know. Y'all let me know in the chat. Let's look at gold. Boom, gold. Now on the other hand, gold, if you just look at it from a 3-month time frame, each one of these candles take 3 months. So that's a long ass time. You can see gold for years now. If we go all the way back to 2023, really before that, it retraced down in about 2013. Could you imagine them having shit planned out decades ago for these prices? Could y'all imagine that? Could you imagine that? What's really behind life if they can plan this out decades ago, where they sell it off, liquidate people out of gold and consolidate it for years? So from about 2013 to about 2019, that area in price was a consolidation. Let me show you right quick. So what they was doing was, what was they doing? They was accumulating gold back in 2013. This was before we was hearing about bricks and the gold. No, they was doing this shit decades ago. They pretty much been doing it for forever. But this consolidation right here in gold, right there, that's about 3 years, 2013 to 2019, man. That's several years, about 5 years, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's about 6 years of consolidation for gold. 6 years of consolidation. That was all coordinated and planned. Whenever you see consolidation, just think of them accumulating orders. That's what they're doing. They're buying, buying, buying. There's people in there that's trying to leverage trade. They're trying to sell, and there's buyers. There's buyers and sellers on both sides of the market. But central bankers, big money that was accumulating gold for fucking years. You could have got this around $1,400 to $1,000 back then. All right. And I remember this shit. I was just not into what I'm into now. I remember this when gold price was this cheap. And back then we were saying it was expensive, but it was down to a discount. And they accumulated. And then boom, right around 2019, right before the pandemic. Come on now. Is that not coordinated? They start to move it ahead of the pandemic. They start to move it higher ahead of the pandemic, quietly, real quietly, because they're sneaky like that. And then during the pandemic years, they consolidated a little bit more. Let me show you. During the pandemic years, they consolidated a little bit more right there. And then boom. Come on now. Is that not melting faces for gold? That last consolidation was about $2,000 and $1,600. That was the last stop before you could get on board. And now this shit is going to $5,000 by the end of the year. All right. I would not be surprised if it went to 5,000 by the end of the month. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Let me read the chat. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe. All right, subscribe. Are y'all buying gold? Y'all buying gold at these prices? Or can you buy gold at these prices? Russ, we gonna get into XRP, bro. We gonna get into XRP. We don't just cover XRP and crypto. We gonna cover everything because everything is bound together. Everything is flowing together. Everything is connected to one network, one system. Hope y'all know that. Mark, you said you bought gold at 23,550. That was a good buy. At the time, that's a good buy. Looking back at it, I don't see it coming back down, to be honest. Now, I say that and they'll crash it down, but not these assets, not these precious metals. No. This is considered real money. This is what the wealth and the transfer is flowing into. World's top assets. Let me show you. World's top assets by market cap. Let's go look at it right quick. I've done this before. I'm gonna do it again. So the top assets by market cap. All right. It says all assets, including public companies, precious metals, cryptocurrencies, and ETFs. And you can see right there, number one, the number one asset in the world, gold. All right, gold. And look at the market cap and look at everything underneath it. Look at the market cap, almost at $30 trillion, and then everything underneath it comes nowhere near it. All right, so I got to put that in perspective for y'all. Current price, 4,268. Number one asset. It's not connected to no country, so it is a global asset. Everything else has a country tied to it, but it's a global asset. So gold is good wherever you go in the world. All right, number one asset in the world, gold. And they got us rocked to sleep. And then the next thing is the Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, you know, the Google, the Alphabet boys and whatnot. And then guess what? At number 6, the number 6 asset in the world is silver. 2.89 trillion, $2.84 trillion market cap. So there you go. Two metals at the top, in the top 10. Look at number 8, Bitcoin. Number 8 asset in the world. All right. And then let me see if XRP is still on here. Look at Ethereum, the number 29 asset in the world. All right. Number 29 asset in the world. Let me see if XRP is on this list because it made the list and then they removed it. I guess it was too much hype. Y'all made too much hype about it and they took it off the list. So XRP was on this list and then they took it off the list. I wonder why. Y'all made too much noise. Look at number 55, palladium. So look at these metals. Metals are in the top 100 assets in the world. So that's why we're talking about this. Let me see right quick. Too much debasement of dollars to go back to much lower. Yep. Gold was at 30 trillion at one point. Yeah, man. It's going to go up. Mark, I'm nervous about XRP. What you nervous about, Mark? What you nervous about? If you scared, go to church. If you scared, go to church. Say it with me. If you scared, go to church. If you scared, go to church. Why are you nervous? Why are you nervous? Why are you nervous? See, that's proof right there. I know. I be knowing there's people really concerned. Let's go ahead and get into it for you. Let's go ahead and go over to XRP. All right, let's go ahead and go over to XRP. Let's get into it. All right, you can see my chart. I got a 3-screen layout because that's how I view price. I'm looking at higher time frame charts. I'm looking at intraday charts and I'm looking at micro charts. So let's go look at it. So Mark, you said almost all my money is in it and I've got bills to pay soon. Man, we're going to get into it, Mark. I mean, you know what's hard? You know what's hard, Mark? You know what's hard for people to come to grips with is selling their XRP, especially if you got it at a good price. It's hard to come to terms with selling some of it. And I'm not enticing that. I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying it's hard for people to sell some of it so they can take care of business. That's another reason I got people in my group making thousands of dollars per week because they learning under me, learning how to trade. And when I was sitting up here advocating for trading, learn this skill, learn how to trade, some people didn't take advantage of it because I'm sitting there walking you through the markets. You got to want it though. Some people got to have time as well, but I got people every day making thousands of dollars in my community. So, or every week, and I say every day, and they're learning. So whenever they're not with me, they can go on and continue to do this without me. So that's why I got a mentorship. I've been coaching people every day how to trade these markets, and we're taking advantage of it. And guess what? That income, once you learn this skill set, can outpace any job that you ever want. Not saying in the beginning it's going to do that, but once you learn this, you won't be worried about bills. Because I mean, the market is paying for everything. That's how we doing it. Mark, he said, I'm still hoping to join. Hard to joke everything. For sure, Mark. I understand. That's understandable. And I respect that. I respect everybody that want to do it and they can't do it. That's just life. Life get in the way, and that's cool. But that's why I'm here. That's why I'm freaking here, so I can teach people how to do this shit. And people have put everything they had in the XRP. You know why? Because these influencers, so these market makers, they're playing games with y'all. Y'all not aware that these markets are 100% of the time manipulated. This game would not be, it would not exist if they couldn't manipulate it. I'm gonna say that. They always need willing participants to come into the market to provide capital to the system, to the markets. And you got to understand that this shit is manipulated. So let's look at it right quick. So, man, do I need to pull up my video? Let me see right quick. Let me see. Let's go to YouTube. Gotta go to YouTube. I gotta go to my channel right quick. Gotta go to my channel because I was talking about a specific level in price back in fucking what? I don't know, March. Let's go to videos. No, live. So let's go. Let's go back. Let's go all the way back months ago. There's July. All my live streams are timed and dated. Time stamped and dated. How far do I need to go back? I don't even know how far I need to go back. That's how much content I done put out within the year. But I've been telling y'all, let me see. How far do I need to go back? Let me select this right quick. Y'all bear with me right quick. I need to get to the charts. I need to see if I can pull up XRP because I was telling people about XRP selling off. What is this? It's gold. See, I was talking about gold back then. I'm just curious to see what I was saying back in 6 months ago. I'm just curious to see what I was saying about gold back then because I was talking about gold right here. I was talking about gold. Let me see. I'm trying to see about XRP. I was trying to look on my videos. I was trying to teach people how to trade. I'm sitting here putting in the effort trying to teach people how to trade. So let me see. Yep, I'm sitting there teaching people how to trade then. Y'all didn't even realize it. And that was gold. Look, I was talking about gold futures then. This was 6 months ago. But anyway, I can't find it right now. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna use it on my next live stream where I was saying this is the level XRP could potentially go to. And guess what? XRP went to that level. Here it is, the fourth quarter of the year. So let me come back to XRP for you concerned victims out here, you victims. These markets up, I'm telling you. So this is a 6 month time frame. I highlighted this level right here. You see this 6 month? What is this called, y'all, in the chat? What do we call this right here in the chat? What do we call that? What do we call that in the chat? Subscribe to the channel if y'all are brand new, all right? Teaching technical analysis over here, the real deal, Holyfield, all right? Real deal, not no bullshit. We showing you actually how these markets perform. The truth and the truth behind the markets. Yeah, what's up, cuz? I'm half Asian. Damn, that's crazy because I'm half Asian. But Ryan, yes, Bissy, buy side and balance, sell side and efficiency. I got videos, live streams, documented recordings saying that, hey, this area in price, I called this a black hole. I don't know if y'all remember. I was calling this a black hole in the market. And we was way, you know, if we look at from like, let's say on a monthly time frame, I was saying, hey, there's a black hole below the market. And we was way up here back in like January of the year. That's when we broke out. So I'm sure if I go back to January, I was talking about this. Yeah, back in January, I was talking about this. And guess what? We was consolidating, and I was saying, hey, there's an area below the market down here that we can refer to. Now, let's go back out to the 6 month. And on the 6 month time frame, there you could see how we dropped down into this level. And I called these levels $1.61, $1.39. I called these levels, and guess what? They flash crashed it down. Now look at the market. It's still overall bullish. But what they did was offered a discount for who? Not y'all. That was not for y'all. I hope y'all know that. And a lot of people that was leverage trading, that was to get them out the market and take their orders and liquidate them. But if you're a long-term investor, so I got to ask, Mark, what's your average level in price buying in? I'm just curious. That'll help me help you. What's your average price buying level? Because I'm trying to help you out. Shout out to everybody joining. Subscribe to the channel. Help me get my subscribers up, y'all. Mark, you said $1.75? Okay. So at $1.75, that's around, I'm going to show you right quick, Mark. That's in here somewhere. $1.75 is right in here. You see my cursor? You was getting in this level right here. Not quite at deep discount, but right above it. All right. Now, if you got caught in buying up here in these levels around 217, 218, well, you better hold on for your breath. Hold on for dear life. That's all I got to say. You should not be over leveraging nothing. All right. So we got 2 months. So looking at this 6 month time frame, we got 2 months left to complete the last half of the year. All right. It takes 2 of these candles to print 1 year on the chart. So 2 candles, 1 year, 2 candles, a new year. So every 2 candles completes a year cycle. It goes by 6 months, the first half of the year, 6 months, the second half of the year. And when in the second half of the year, we got 2 months left. And so far, they already dropped it down to discount. Now, what are we hanging out in? What are we just stuck at that retail has no idea about? Retail has no idea about the levels that are hidden in the market that we are trading at right now. So this wick right here on the 6 month, what do we call that in the chat? What do we call that? If y'all recall, I know I haven't been live in a while, but what do we call that? What do we refer to that? Man, I hate that the sun is going out early. I hate that shit. The time is changing. It's all dark outside and it's only 7 o'clock where I'm at. Yes, Ryan, Ghost Pool. Yo, so Ghost Pools, yes. So it's not random. So check it out. When we drop down, so there's always 2 sides to the market. There's a premium side of the market. There's a discount side of the market. Always. The market makers build these levels in on both sides. They create a float. So there's orders above the market. There's orders below the market. It's engineered by the smart money. They engineer liquidity on both sides of the market. And I've been trying to tell y'all this for the longest. For y'all that watch me on a consistent basis, I know y'all understand. But I try to get the word. I'm trying to utilize YouTube and utilize this platform to be heard about this shit, okay? But of course, they're going to suppress the real. They're going to suppress the real information. They have orders above the market and below the market, and they're constantly engineering price action. They leave behind their sell orders above the market. They leave behind their buy orders below the market. And whenever they're shorting down, they're using the shorts to buy it back. Whenever they're going long, they're using the longs to sell it back. So that's what's going on in the market. So far, we broke out to a premium inside of this ghost pool, right? We traded up into it. We hit every one of these levels, actually took out the all-time high. And this candle right here, this 6 month candle, this shit was all the way up here. So let me illustrate it for you. This candle right here was up here. It was looking like that, and it was a green candle on my chart. It might be different on your chart. But that candle was looking just like that earlier in the year. All right. And guess what? It retracted all the way back down. Guess what this candle did? It traded all the way back down. And what is it doing when it's trading back down? It's utilizing these levels. It's utilizing these ghost pool levels. All right. And it trades all the way back down. And guess what it did last week? Woo, this candle right here, what did it do? It went bearish just like that. Boom. And that candle on my chart turned black because my bearish candles are black and my bullish candles are green. So that candle right there traded all the way back down. And guess where it dropped down into? It dropped down into what? Boom. BTC on the 6 month time frame. I was calling the black hole. And guess what? It traded down there and it happened so fast. It happened in one day. It happened within the span of fucking 1 or 2 hours. All right. You didn't have a chance. The exchanges lock up, they freeze up, they don't let you in. Orders get liquidated, orders don't get filled, people get damaged. It's fucked up. But anticipate it. The only thing you should be doing with crypto is buying that shit, putting it on cold storage. Because all that was them, smart money institutions, going in, setting their orders. Now you hear reports about what Ripple buying how much XRP? How much did they buy back? You're hearing about orders being moved around. You're hearing these things, right? Y'all that keep up with the news every day, because I can't keep up with the news every day. How many XRP did Ripple just buy? And they tell you a week after the sell-off. What's up, Daryl? Shout out to you, man. Been a long time. Russ, you say, who is they? Y'all tell Russ who is they. Y'all in the chat tell who is they. Come on, man. I know you brand new. You might be brand new, Russ. I forget. But y'all let Russ know who is they. Yeah, y'all a $1 billion buyback. We don't know where the hell them XRP came from. All you know is, all I take it as if Ripple bought 1 billion XRP. And if they did it in the fucking crash, and they tell you a week later. Come on now, use your thinking cap. Use your thinking cap. Come on, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Help me get my subscribers up. So let's help Russ out. Who is they? We're talking about the market makers. Who is the market makers? We're talking about the large financial institutions that are hidden in the shadows. All right. Large hedge funds, high net worth individuals that y'all can't even fathom. That's what we talking about. But the people that engineer the markets, I feel like, come from the central banking level. Larry Finks, BlackRock's, the fucking central banks, BIS, the Federal Reserve, those entities that control everything. Y'all should know this, man. But if you don't know that, you just heard it. You got to do your research. The market makers, the people that control these markets are 100% of the time manipulated every day. Every day. We see it. If you're in my community, we take advantage of the manipulation in the market. All markets. But if you're somebody on the outside looking in, you have no idea that these markets are manipulated. Chris, shout out to you, Chris. Cyrus, my bad, Cyrus. BTC maybe go to 100K at weekend. Nah. It's not going back to 100. Oh, you talking about down? My bad. I apologize. I'm gonna get into BTC here in a minute. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. But you can see how the market sold off down. Okay, you see it sold off down. This is what this candle did last week. It went from full-blown green candle to bearish candle. It dropped down into the BISI, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. It's a void in price. It's a gap that they left behind in price, and they refer back back down to it. And you tell me, when I lay a Fibonacci over this fair value gap, and I showed y'all this before, when it dropped down to this level right here, do you think that's random? Do you think that's random that price will drop exactly to that level right there? Look at the precision. Yes, it traded a little bit through it, but look at the wick. See how it trades through it? And they scoop up those orders? That level right there is $1.39. The low of this candle is $1.37. How much more precise can you get? So if you would have known that, what do I always tell y'all? Where do you set y'all limit orders at? What do I always tell y'all to set y'all limit orders at? You can set your limit order at the high, the upper portion, or the midpoint, just like that. Don't I always tell y'all that? And what did they do? They drop it down to the high. You could have set a limit order there, and it dropped down to the upper portion. And then what does price do? It snaps back up. All right. That's what it did for XRP. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all joining. All right. Appreciate y'all joining. So now we're just ranging. So look at the bodies of the candle. Look at the current candle. You see how it rallied back up? It's currently trading at 229. Look at this level right here. This is the wick. This is the ghost pool level at 0.75. That 0.75 level at 230. Look how price, it already tapped it, but look how it's trading right near that level right there. Do you think that's random? I don't think nothing is random. All right, nothing is random. So from the 6 month, you go down to the 3 month. On a 3 month time frame. So right now on the 3 month, the 6 month is bullish, but the 3 month is bearish. Interesting, right? Let me hide some shit. I got too much going on my chart. Let me hide this. Let me hide that. No, I'm not gonna hide that. So look at the 3 month. So every one of these candles take 3 months to print. All right, 3 months. Long term. So this is a long-term chart. So even when you zoom out, are y'all bullish or bearish? When you just take a breather and zoom out, are y'all bullish or bearish? Now that sell-off made y'all nervous. But in reality, once you take a long term, when you zoom out at price, are you bullish or are you bearish? Order flow is still bullish. It needed a healthy retracement down to what? Inefficiency. Inefficiency. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Get the engagement going. Are y'all bullish or bearish for XRP right now? Just when you zoom out looking at this chart. Excalibur, you still bullish? Shout out to you, Excalibur. Still bullish. All right. So it not only, check it out, it not only traded down to this 6 month level in gray. That's a 6 month level. The higher time frame supersedes the lower time frame. Okay, pause. Mark. You say you're not sure. So Mark, I understand why you're not sure, because you don't do this every day. You might not have the full grasp of what's going on. So consolidation, check it out. The market only does 4 things, y'all. Consolidation. You see the consolidation? Let me give it another color. In yellow, consolidation. All right. Sideways trading. I'm going to shorten it up just a little bit right here. Consolidation right there. So whenever they're consolidating, they're accumulating orders. Back in fourth quarter last year, expansion. We got an expansion in the first half of the year, fourth quarter of last year. Expansion. That expansion went all the way to about July or into the third quarter. Let me get that another color. What's after consolidation, expansion, and then what? Consolidation, expansion, what else? Y'all let me know in the chat. I got 2 more. Consolidation, expansion. What's the next one? Get the engagement going. Here I am teaching. I'm out here taking my good old Friday, my time out to teach y'all. And y'all not engaging. So consolidation, expansion, then what? It only does 4 things. Consolidation, expansion. Oh, man. Y'all really gonna do me like that? Y'all really gonna do me like that? Boom. Shout out to you, Mark. Shout out to you, Daryl. Consolidation. In the consolidation phase, they're accumulating orders. Expansion is when they're done. After accumulating orders, they're sending it. Expansion. Retracement. So are we not just retracing? Retracement. So this sell-off, what was that? What was that technically considered? A retracement? Hello, Moto. Shout out to you, man. What was a retracement? What was the retracement? Consolidation, expansion, retracement. Now, are we going to get a reversal? Do y'all see? Okay, now this is the key part. We got the consolidation. We got the expansion. We got the retracement. Do we get a flat-out reversal? A reversal would be what? Our sell-off to take out all these lows below the market. Do y'all see a reversal in there? Do y'all think this is going to reverse, or is it going to consolidation, expansion, retracement, and then continuation? An expansion that continues? Or does this do consolidation, expansion, retracement, and then consolidate, and then expansion? I don't see no reversal. If this was the reverse, it would come down and clean out everything below this market. It would clean out everything below this market. Now, the only thing that I could see that's doing that would be a Black Swan event. The only thing that I could see possibly clearing everything out below this will be a Black Swan event. And that's nothing it's nothing we can control. It's nothing that we can do. But it wouldn't be long, though. It'll be something like we just seen. A reversal would be just, they just tank it, which I don't think there's enough liquidity. I don't think there's enough traders in here that have orders way back down at these levels. XRP was not popular during this time period. If we go back down to 2013, 2017, all of this in here, I don't see traders that have long position that are leverage trading, not holders, because people that got in with the spot asset, the tokens, there's no point. You can't liquidate them if they hold it in cold wallet, because you own the utility aspect of these tokens. But as far as people that are leverage trading, I don't see them having orders way back down at 30 cents. I don't see that. I don't see that. So all this was to drop down and clear the market out of all those leverage traders. All right. And make all you people that just chased it, a lot of people that chased it, the spot asset, y'all that chased it at 230, 264, 298, $3. Yeah, they spooked y'all right quick. And all you can do is sit through it. All you can do is sit through this. So I'm thinking it's going to consolidate. It's going to consolidate. It's retracement right now. It's in the retracement phase. And then I'm looking at a consolidation for the next few weeks, maybe months, maybe. Y'all let me know the update with the clarity shit, you know, the bills in Congress, you know, they taking their time with that. So I don't, when it comes, it comes. Smash that like button, y'all. I know everybody in here ain't subscribed, so subscribe to the channel. Help me out. So, all right, let's keep it moving. From the 3 month, we got 2 months left in the quarter. So this shit can get interesting. I've seen candles do this. Check it out. I've seen candles do exactly this candle, what this candle did, sell off, and then turn around and go bullish and start to continue to go higher. I've seen that before. So that's a possibility. But for right now, we're ranging down at this level. So the main level I'm looking at is the 6 month, 3 month level right here. This wick, this ghost pool. Let's go down to the monthly. On the monthly time frame, I'm kind of, guess what I'm doing? I'm kind of ignoring that wick. You see that? I'm ignoring that wick and I'm looking at the bodies. And then look at where the body of the candle is. Look at the body of the candle. It's slightly below that point right there. And it's just hanging right there. It's not random. All right. Not random. We got some monthly fair value gaps that I got shaded in pink. Monthly fair value gaps is reusing them, is using them. We can always refer back to them. And it's just, what I see right now is a consolidation, a drawn out consolidation. How long did they last? How long does this consolidation last? This consolidation right here is no different. Check it out. I'm gonna show you right quick. This consolidation phase right here is a larger, wider consolidation. It's no different than this one down here. It's no different than this sideways consolidation. All it is larger. It has larger range. So they can be swinging this back and forth, stressing y'all the hell out. That's what they're gonna do. This one was a tighter consolidation where it was just not much movement. But now since y'all was complaining about this right here. Oh man, XRP isn't doing nothing. Man, I'm tired of 40, 50 cent XRP, 60 cent XRP. It's just ranging back in here. And y'all complained and cried about that for years, all right? And that's understood. But now this phase right here is going to scare y'all because this one right here is going to consolidate, but it's going to be swinging back and forth, back and forth. And you might not can handle the swings. Can you handle the swing? Because we already know what comes after consolidation. What comes after consolidation? The market, the move, price always start in the consolidation phase before it moves. Consolidation, just like it did right here. Consolidation back in these years right here, 2022, even longer than that. Sideways consolidation, accumulation, and then boom, expansion. Now, the key thing is how long does this consolidation last? Does it last a few weeks? Does it last a few months? Does it last to 2030? You got to ask yourself that. How long does this consolidation right here last? It's going sideways. So what they're doing is they're accumulating orders. Didn't I just tell y'all that? Whenever you see the market going sideways, they're accumulating orders. Leverage traders are getting chopped out. And they're dropping it down to key levels of accumulation. Who is they? Market makers, smart money. You just seen Ripple buy 1 billion XRP. What more do I need to tell you? Said, why wouldn't anybody sell for fiat? You know why people would sell for fiat, Hello Moto? It's because people need fiat to survive. Bills do. That's why they will sell. Rent needs to get paid. Car notes need to get paid. Food need to get put on the table. You say, why would somebody sell? This shit is getting real for some people. That's why some people are selling. People are getting liquid. People are leverage trading their XRP because life is getting real. People have put everything they had into XRP when they should never have done that in the first place because these influencers sold y'all the dream that this shit was going to go to fucking $10,000 in a fucking year. But y'all don't understand how these markets operate. You don't understand how this shit goes. I'm sitting here trying to teach you and tell you this is how it goes. Yes, can it get to $10,000? Yes. Does it do it by the end of 2026? Probably not. All right. Does it do it by 2036? Probably not. You just got to lower your expectations. Your expectations were too high. It feels better when you lower your expectations, things become more realistic for you. You got to move on with your life. Imagine being consumed with this shit for the past 5-6 years of your life. I'm talking about like every day. You've done the research. You know everything there needs to be done about XRP and crypto and the Great Reset and Ripple and the move to the new financial system. Imagine doing that for fucking 5 to 6 years and nothing has happened. Not saying nothing will happen, but at some point you gotta fucking live life. You gotta do other things in life. This shit ain't about to wait on you. It's gonna happen when it happens. You gotta live your life. You gotta find other things, other hobbies to do outside of crypto and XRP. I'm invested just like y'all invested, but guess what? Me and my community, we are trading other markets. We trade. We're occupying our time with other shit than fucking crypto. And I'm all in on crypto. But guess what? This shit is a long-term investment. Let me see what's in the comments. Y'all talking about, you heard that? Yeah, hopefully not as long as previous consolidations. Derry said 100, exactly. 10K is crazy. Yeah, man, they sold it the dream. Matter of fact, let's do this right quick. They sold y'all a dream. These damn influencers who don't know what the hell they talking about. This is my channel right here, y'all. So if you brand new, subscribe to the channel. Keep subscribing. Help me go up. I haven't been live in a while, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. I feel like I'm the realest out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you the truth because I'm a trader. I'm a trader first, and I give you real technical breakdown. So what I want to do is let's go type in the algorithm. Let's go look at the sentiment out there. Let's go to XRP. Here we go, y'all. The usual suspects. XRP $1 billion buy. Of course, whatever. And Trump, let me let y'all know, Trump did not tank the markets. That was already planned. Trump was the fall guy, so don't be falling for that shit. Trump has no impact on the markets. They use Trump as the fall guy. All right. He takes the blame. It's the bankers, the large institutions that are in control. Don't never get it twisted. The central bank, the Federal Reserve, is in control. All right. And right now the government is shut down. So with the government being shut down and there's no rules or regulation, nobody to regulate shit, guess what's happening? Doesn't it make sense as the government shut down, so we can't have no rules or nothing to have emergency meetings, nothing. What are they doing to the markets right now? Swinging them, chopping them down because there's nobody to stop them. And people are going to the slaughterhouse every day because they don't know what they're doing. XRP takeover begins. Ripple acquires G Treasury for $1 billion. Okay, that ain't bad clickbait. I'm looking for the clickbait shit. $231 to $1,000. There you go, right there. Oh, stimulus hit right there. There go your stimulus. $231 to $1,000. Here they go. If you hold any XRP, watch this immediately. 1 billion XRP buyback announced, pure insanity. What that got to do with y'all? What does Ripple buying $1 billion XRP has to do with you, the individual? What that shit got to do with you? That does not have no impact on you. Let's see. What else we got as clickbait? XRP, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, I'm told. You already know who that is. And then everybody's talking about the same shit. See, I don't get caught up in talking about the same old shit. Is XRP 1 billion treasury buyback going to trigger a lack of XRP for retail? Maybe. It's not. It's clickbait, but it's not. It's some real shit. XRP massive new move. Ripple eyes 120 trillion market opportunity. They took my idea. Come on now. And y'all are 11K views. Come on now. This guy right here. Shout out to him though. But you know, man, you can see it in his eyes, man. You can see it in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? He need to get some sleep, y'all. He need to get some sleep, okay? He's staying up late. He's out there leverage trading. He's taking on large positions, trying to leverage trade while the market is going down. Y'all pray for this man, all right? Pray for this man. Ripple plan to hoard XRP revealed. Pray for that man. You can look in his eye. Look at his eyes, man. Look in the eyes. He needs to get some rest, all right? He's losing sleep over this shit. Do not be losing sleep over this. Do not be losing sleep over crypto. Y'all need to do other shit. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Touch grass. I've been touching grass. That's why I ain't been going live. Unless I'm about to just, you know, if I'm going to start going live, it's going to be more educational trading concepts, technical analysis, all right? This shit has consumed people. People are losing their mind. And they're taking advantage. They, meaning the market makers, they're taking advantage of this. They're taking advantage of the weak individuals. This guy right here, XRP breaking news. Do y'all still watch this shit? Y'all let me know in the chat. Are y'all consuming this shit every day? Y'all let me know. KO XRP, Ripple XRP round 3 incoming. Whatever. Where's the real shit? People like me, I don't get front page, all right? There's some new faces too. I ain't looked in the algorithm in a while. Some new faces. So I like to do this. I like to go to YouTube. I like to look at the sentiment. This tells me the mindset of these people in the community. The secret link between gold and XRP. What is the secret link between gold and XRP? Y'all let me know. That got 62,000 views, which is crazy. Gold hits 4,300. XRP, XLM, and SHX are the hidden resets. It's not about just XRP and crypto. I'm telling you, it's a big factor, but it's not just about that. Let me see. So I'm just looking at the sentiment. Why God showed you XRP and what's the end game? We don't know what the end game is. And yes, God probably did show you XRP, but we don't know what the end game is. So let me see. Mr. Rectum be lying. That's crazy. 10K for one XRP is 600 trillion market cap. That's crazy. Shit, sure, a lot. That's crazy, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate y'all joining. Let's see. The system is rigged. The system is rigged. We know it's fucking rigged. All right, we know it's rigged. 800 billion wasn't lost. It was transferred. That's true. Let's go look at outside of the crypto XRP space. Let's just go look at crypto. I like to go because to me, YouTube, Google is a search engine. It's no different than Google. I like to go into crypto, YouTube, and just look for searches to see what the sentiment is. I've changed my mind. BlackRock buying crypto. What else? Watch scammer try to steal thousands from CNN. I guess crypto. So the sentiment is kind of weekend crash. So here goes Paul Barron. He's a cool, he's pretty cool. He gets it out there. You know what I'm saying? Weekend crypto crash, technical analysis. Now he need me on there. I ain't gonna lie. He need me up there. I don't know who Evan is. No disrespect. It's levels to this shit. Matter of fact, I'm just curious to see what he got. I'm gonna go watch that later. I'm just curious to see what Evan had to say and what his perspective is. All right. The future of crypto belongs to Gen Z. All right. A bunch of, let me see. Is there more face holding? Yeah, there goes some face holding right there. Look, face holding. There you go. The chin with the mouth open. There you go. Crypto is happening. Bitcoin investors. What else? Who else got their mouth open? Pause. Who else got their mouth open? Yeah, they starting to learn, man. It's getting kind of sus, so they starting to close them out. Oh, there you go right there. Look at that right there. Face holding. That's crazy. Yeah, man. But anyway, y'all got to understand these markers are manipulated. What we got in the chat? Smash that like button, subscribe. Bank of England says all on gold website. Hope all is well, boss. Shout out to you, Nathan. Stopping by to say hey, still hunting, guys. Blessing. Shout out to you, Nathan, man. Appreciate you joining. Okay, shout out to you, Shep. Yep, shout out to you, Shep. What's going on with YouTube, man? The new names and shit. I haven't been on in a while. This is new to me. Trying to make sure everybody subscribes. So XRP, you can see it consolidating. What I'm about to do is let's go down to the weekly. Let's go down to the weekly time frame. Now on the weekly, look at last week. What's your bottom for XRP? Right now it's just consolidating. So when it's in consolidation, they're just accumulating orders. What they're about to do is swing it. So all you can do, if you follow me, hello Moto, I take it one step at a time. It's very complex what I'm doing over here. That's why I say y'all need to tap into the Patreon so you can learn the style of analysis that I apply. It's very complex. First of all, one thing, nobody knows the bottom, nobody knows the top. So I'm never trying to pick a bottom. I'm never trying to pick a top. I'm looking at price from a discount to premium. I'm looking at naked price action. So I'm looking at naked price action. As you can see, I have no indicators on my chart. It's all naked price action. I'm looking at discounts to premiums. All the market does is go from a discount to a premium, premium to discount. As far as price action, it consolidation. It does 4 things: consolidation, expansions, retracements, reversals. Right now, it's clear as day what we're doing right now. If you zoom out, this sideways price action right here is a consolidation. So whenever they're in a consolidation, they're accumulating orders, clearly, because look what they did last week. They dropped it down, scooped up their orders. You couldn't get it, but you better believe they did. And now we're just consolidating. Look at this level right here. I teach y'all precision. I teach you precision, and it don't get no more precise than this. This is high level science that I show you. What level is this? Y'all remember? I just talked about it right here. You see where this level, this line right here? What level is that in the chart? What level is that in the chart? And why is it trading right there at that level? What level in the chart is that trading at? What's up, Green Dragon? Shout out to you, TZ. Shout out to you, TZ. What level in the chart is that sitting at? Y'all let me know in the chat. Somebody got to know now. Come on now. Be swift. Be swift. Who knows it? Who knows it? Smash the like button too, y'all. 41 people in the building, 20 likes. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Tap into the Patreon. The link is in the description above. What time frame? That's what I want to know. What time frame is that level right there? What time frame is that level? I showed y'all just a moment ago. But I'm gonna move forward. I'm looking at that. So this sell-off that they did last week, you don't think they're gonna use this level right, this wick? You don't think that wick is in play? So let me show you right quick. I'm gonna draw a Fibonacci from the open down to the low. See that? Let me see if I can remove some stuff. Let me clean some shit up for y'all. Let me see. Clean that up. I'll remove the monthly. All right. Then we got all this in here and shit. I'm gonna hide that as well. All right. So all I got on my chart right now is just price action. So last week when it sold off, you see that sell off last week? What did that sell off? What did that leave behind in price? What do we call this level in the market? What do we call that? Y'all let me know in the chat. What do we call that? What do we call that right there? Close. What I'm doing is I'm calibrating this. Yes, Hello Moto. All last week was to shake everybody out. Y'all in the chat, what do we call this wick right here? What is that wick? It's a discount what? What do we call that? 25309. And the low 13780. Boom, right there. All right. Say that. Yes, Daryl, it's a ghost pool. It's a discount ghost pool. So you better, that sell off last week, and look what it did. It sold off, and then within a few hours, it rallied back up. This candle was actually green again last week, which is insane. All right. But then it closed. We got the closure of last week. And then guess what? We opened. So once we open, do you think it's random, Daryl, or anybody in here, that it trades to this level right here? See this of this wick? So we treat wicks like gaps. You know how I show you the fair value gap? Wicks are the same thing as fair value gaps. They're similar. They're very powerful, but they're hidden in the market. Retail has no idea what that is. So once we opened up this week, we traded down, and guess what we tapped? We tapped the upper quadrant, which is the 0.75 level. You see that? And you see how it rejects off of that? And then this level right here is on the 6 month. This is a 6 month level right here. This line right here, that's on the 6 month time frame. So that's not random. Come on, man. Like, look at the precision. Let's go down to the daily. So on the daily time frame, it's going to utilize, so on the weekly, it's going to utilize these levels right here. It's going to utilize this wick. It's going to trade back down into these levels and possibly find support off of them and go higher. Or they're going to use it and consolidate off of these levels for a long period of time. All right. So it's utilizing this wick right here that's hidden from y'all. Y'all might think, oh, look at that wick or look at that sell off. No, they left that behind in the market for a reason. Let's go down to the daily. On the daily time frame, all right, We got the sell off last week. That was Friday. So this candle right here was last Friday. You see how it opens and then it just boom, dropped down. That was scary as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. And then it retracted higher and then it closed. This candle right here was Saturday. So after that sell off, we got a 3 candle pattern. You see this candle right here? We got this candle right here. Got these 3 candles. This large candle, what did it leave behind in the market? What did that leave behind in the market? Y'all let me know in the chat. What did that leave in price? This is a daily time frame. What did that leave in price? Who knows? What do we call that? What do we call that level in the market? Smash the like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all my new subscribers. All right, tap in. Give you the real deal analysis over here. Technical science. What do we call this right here? No, we're not calling it diamond hands. All right. SIBI. Shout out to you, Daryl. Always on point. Always. So boom, there it is. A daily SIBI, right? Daily sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Just like that. The algorithm, because if you don't know, if you're brand new to my channel, algorithms control the markets. You might not know that. If you're brand new, price is controlled by algorithms. And guess what? We have decoded the algorithm. That might sound crazy and far-fetched, and I'm just a guy, right? I'm just a guy on the internet. But if you're not tapped in and locked in with me, you wouldn't understand this. You might be like, oh, whatever, what this guy talking about. But I'm here giving it out for free, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. So yes, that's a SIBI in the market. You see that sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. We rally up. So what do? We sell off, we close, we open on Saturday. Sunday we rally up. What do we touch? We go back into the SIBI. Monday, what do? We go to the what point of the SIBI? Come on, man. You can't make this shit up to save your goddamn life. Okay. You cannot make it up. So you look at this right here. See this candle on Monday? This is Monday's trading. It went up. It touched the midway point of the SIBI. Y'all should know what that means. Midway point of the SIBI. But look at this red line right here. What level in the charts is that red line? What level in the chart is that red line? What level in this chart is that red line? Look how it confluence. A confluence means multiple things align. Look how that confluences together. Look how that confluences together. You see that red line? Black Swan Dawn. Shout out to you, Joe. John. Let's go out to the monthly. Not the Black Swan Dawn. I kind of like the ring of that. Oh, I can't see it. Let's go back to the weekly. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I got it now. So if you go out to the 3 month, I got lost my train of thought. So you remember that? Okay. Remember I was just on the daily time frame, which is a lower time frame than the 3 month. So look at the 3 month. You see the ghost pool? Y'all check it out. 3 month time frame, and you tell me if this fucking precision or not. All right, it's only for you. Only the real in here is gonna take the red pill and understand what I'm trying to show you, that the markets are programmed, they're algorithmic, and they repeat over and over again. All right, it's only gonna be a handful of people that take the pill and understand and follow my lead, because I'm leading y'all to the fucking water. All right, look at the midway point of this wick right here, the ghost pool. Remember, ghost pools, we treat them like gaps. It's no different than the gap I just showed you on the daily. Look at the midway point of the ghost pool. All right, that's a key level. Now, once I drop back down to the daily, remember that red line. Now let's go back down to the daily. Now, bam, back on the daily. All right, that red line that I just showed you on a 3 month time frame. We see the SIBI that forms, right? SIBI. And when we retrace back up into it, we go to the midway point of the SIBI. And guess what else? That red fucking trend line from the 3 month time frame. Look at that. So if smart money was in there trying to short, come on now. If they was in there trying to short the market, if they was in there trying, I got a text message, my bad. If they was in there trying to short this market, boom. Why wouldn't they short it right there at that level? Is that random? Y'all let me know in the chat. Is that fucking random? Because y'all long-term investors that are getting nervous, you're just investing. They're in there trading. They're using billions and billions of dollars of capital to trade. While you sit there on the sidelines and hold your asset and hoping and praying that it goes up. It's going to eventually go up. But it's a time element that you don't know about. It's a time factor that you don't know about. So it retraces back up into the SIBI. Boom. Touches the 3 month wick, which is the midway point of that wick. And then guess what it does? It rolls over and sells off. You see that? And guess what? People trying to go long, because guess what? There's influencers. Y'all should know. Y'all that watch me, y'all tapped in. We talk about them. There's influencers putting their long, openly telling the public, yeah, I'm taking longs on XRP right now. And the whole time, order flow is bearish. So you're going against the trend of the market. You're going against what price is trying to do. We go up into the midway point of the SIBI and then it sells off. People that's trying to buy back. So you better believe after the sell off, people in there putting in long positions because they got liquidated. People got liquidated and they're trying to recoup the fucking losses that they lost last Friday. So they're in there setting limit orders to go long again, because all they know in their mind, all I can do is go long. I can't short the market. It's only going to go up. And guess what the market makers do? They rally it back up. Everybody gets to chasing it. They go to this level and sell it back off. And those same people that had to refund their accounts, go make more deposits into the exchanges, they got liquidated again. So people are stressed out. All right, people losing their fucking mind because you don't understand order flow. You don't understand price action. Does that make sense? Let's see what y'all saying in the comments. Jantel, don't you think they will rotate gold to crypto? That's not the topic right now, Jantel. Do I think they would do that? They can tokenize it, but gold is going to be gold. Give me the fucking physical gold. Let's see. Alex Frink, my bad. Good stuff, bro. Love seeing you to do the teach analysis. All right, you got me. I subscribe. Keep cooking. Appreciate it, Alex. Appreciate it. All right. It gets real over here. It gets real over here. Just trying to tell y'all what's going on, man. It's not random, all right? I'm walking you through price. It can get even more technical than this. So I can use this SIBI right there. I can lay a Fibonacci over it. We can get more precise with it because the precision element is next level, all right? Precision over here is next level because I'm a trader, all right? I don't think like, I trade like smart money. They like to turn their money over and over again. They like to put their money to work. They don't like to just sit in a long-term investment. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times they like to put their money to work. And look at this SIBI right here. See the SIBI? If you miss, let's say the midway point, you can get in at that level right there, or you can get in at the bottom. All right. What is smart money doing? As people chase price going higher, they're shorting it. When order flow is bearish, they're shorting bullish candles. All right, they're shorting that. So look at these 3 consecutive candles right here. You see that? That's a bearish order block. See these 3 consecutive candles? We're going to combine those 3 candles right there, and we're going to consider that a order block, right? That's a order block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a trend line right here at the opening price. I'm going to draw it all the way to the right. All right. I'm not going to calibrate it right now. Let's do that later. But look at the trend line. That's a bearish order block. Once we roll over and sell off and hit a level right here, boom, it rejects off that level. This candle right here, these 3 candles become a bearish order block to get short. And what does price do? It opens, it trades up into it. Boom, you see that? So is that random? You see this candle right here? You see the opening price, it goes up and it tags my trend line right there. That's a order block. And guess what? They're setting limit orders right there to short the market while everybody else is trying to long the market. We're setting limit orders to short the market. And now price is just consolidating right now. It's the last day of the week. And it's already Saturday. So Saturday's trading is Asia. So it's 8:37 p.m. I can't be much too long with y'all, but I'm going to definitely try to do this more often. Hopefully you're picking up on some shit that I'm talking about. I appreciate everybody that's subscribed too. Now let's go down. I don't even want to go intraday. I'm not even going to show y'all intraday price action today. I'm not going to do it. But those are my higher time frame levels. So if you want to know how far XRP can go lower in the short term, I'm not trying to pick bottoms. I'm not trying to pick tops. Nobody knows that. All our job is to do is to align ourselves with the smart money, get in sync with them, and understand what they're doing. That's all we're doing. We're getting in sync with them, and we're understanding their behavior based on price action. They can't hide this shit from you. It's in plain sight. So the next levels is these levels that I got outlined based on the higher time frame levels. The weekly, the daily, Okay, the weekly, the daily. So my next level, which we already tapped it, was 0.75 level. That's 242. I think we coming back down to 242. If we sell off again, we got this level right here on the, I forgot, that's the 3 month. And we come down to the 0.5 level of the weekly wick. That's $1.95. So let me see. I need to look at, let's go down to the hourly. Go down to the hourly. Order flow is bearish. This wick right here, that large wick from Friday, they left behind liquidity below the market. Alex, I look at the charts and put in small limit orders at low levels just in case to catch these flash crashes. Yeah, it locks up your money, but that's why it's only like 5%. Shout out to you for doing that, man. Shout out to you for doing that. Shout out to the 51 people in the building, man. I didn't think y'all was going to show up, but y'all showed up and showed out this evening. Appreciate it. If you missed anything, go back and rewatch the live stream. I wish I can be all night, but I can't. Got to handle some business, all right? But if you want to tap into me, y'all tap into the Patreon. I'm over there. We got a mentorship program going on. I got a mentorship where I'm coaching people how to trade day to day, how to learn how to trade. So if you're interested in learning this skill at a deeper level, then tap into the Patreon, all right? That's where you can find me. We're in the Discord. We just hanging out, chilling. Right now, you can see the clear consolidation in XRP. So if you just zoom out, like I said, go to a weekly, XRP is in a consolidation pattern. It's just sideways. And whenever you think of whenever you see consolidations, first thing that should come to your mind is accumulation. Smart money accumulating orders for the next move. Market only does 4 things: consolidation, expansion, retracements, reversals. So on lower time frames, you can see the consolidation. This is a weekly compared to the higher time frame. The weekly was in the consolidation right here. Consolidation. It did an expansion. When it expanded higher, where did it go? It took out the previous all-time high right here. Above the market liquidity right there. Took out that high. And then guess what? It started to retrace. All right. And then in that retracement, it consolidated right there. See the consolidation? And then boom, flat out reverse. So that flash crash was considered a reversal. All right. So right now I'm just curious. Right now I'm curious to see how Saturday trades. Do we get a sell-off on Saturday? We shall see. And if we do, I'm going to live stream it. All right. If we get a sell-off on Saturday, I'm going to live stream it. If I don't live stream it, I'll do it on Sunday. I'm going to come back Sunday and do another live stream. And I have more time then to sit back and do more deeper analysis and look at other markets. Let me read the comments. Lenny, you said we aren't just hanging in Discord. We're cash and flowing like a motherfucker. Yeah, man. I mean, Lenny, I can bring you to the water, Lenny. It's only so many people that's gonna take the opportunity. All right. Only see so many people gonna take the opportunity. It ain't no gimmicks. You actually learn it. I would prefer you to go through my lessons first to get the foundation, and then join the mentorship. Because if you come to the mentorship with a foundation, then you have a better understanding of what's going on the day to day. All right. So yeah, man. Shout out to Lenny. All right. Shout out to Lenny. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. All right. So right now it's just consolidating, and it's going to be a prolonged one. All right. Just buckle up. I think the rest of October is going to consolidate. Yes, it's going to scare y'all. It's going to come down a little bit lower. If you bought in at too high of a price, well, all you can do is look at it as another buying opportunity. So hopefully you didn't exhaust all your capital at fucking premiums. Hopefully you didn't do that. And if you did do that, I can't tell you what to do, but you're going to have to do what you got to do. In the meantime, learn how to trade, learn different skill sets. All right. What else? That's XRP. And it's pretty much, Bitcoin. Let's go look at Bitcoin right quick before I get up out of here. Let's go look at Bitcoin. All right. We got some Bitcoin holders in here. All right. What I'm doing is I'm on a 3-month time frame. So I know, don't ignore all this up here. So what did we do in the past? We traded down to the SIBI back in February, the top of the year. No, the lessons aren't not on YouTube. They're in my Discord. They're in my Patreon. You got to become a Patreon member. I got different tiers. So I got beginner lessons. I got pro lessons. And then I got my mentorship where we're in there every day. I'm live streaming privately, not publicly, privately. And I'm walking people through live trades. I'm trading. I'm showing people how I'm taking losses. I'm taking winners. And you be the judge. people that's in there like, oh yeah, this is next level. All right. So I'm in there, I'm transparent, I'm showing you my losses, I'm showing you my winners. I'm discussing, I'm analyzing, I'm showing you the step by step how I trade the markets. All right. So if that's, and we focus on the futures market. So we're focusing on the NASDAQ, the S&P, which those markets have way more liquidity than the entire crypto market. The NASDAQ has about fucking, I forget, what was it? 30 trillion. The NASDAQ got something like 30 trillion flowing through it, and the S&P damn near almost 100 trillion. I forget the exact numbers, but those two markets alone trump the fucking crypto market. So those markets are way more liquid, way more opportunity in those markets. They move hundreds and hundreds of points every day. All right. And now we focus also on crypto futures. They're not regulated yet. There are new products. They're not regulated. Also, we're focusing on gold futures, silver futures. And I dabble a little bit into Forex, but I mainly focus on futures. And that the futures markets are where we can cash flow. For y'all that need extra cash, you can go to those markets and learn how to trade and pull out extra money out the market that you can have for other things. Whether that's paying bills, whether that's investing, whatever. That's what we're doing. Alex, you said, what's your schedule? What days and times do you stream? Any set times, or do you just go? I just go with the flow, Alex. Sometimes I get burnt out because I'm streaming. Like, it ain't like I can do it, but I don't like doing videos. I stream. That's the new age of things. But I just go with the flow. There's been times where I fucking bust my ass every day and streamed. And then as of lately, I had fatigue. I've been burnt out with streaming every day. And it's streaming every day takes away from my personal trading. Because there's hours, the time that I'm streaming, I could be locked in studying my analysis, studying my my strategies so that I can be a better trader. So right now, there's so many opportunities in the market that I'm more focused on trading than streaming every day. But I'm here though. Don't think I'm not here. I'm going to pop out. I'm going to show up and I'm going to be here. So if things start heating up, which is heated up right now in crypto, it's exciting because of the sell-off. To me, that's excitement. So the market sold off. I'm going to be here live streaming. Once the market start moving around. So whenever the markets are sideways consolidating, that's boring. Nobody want to hear that shit every day. I don't want to come up here every day and talk about, yeah, the market's consolidated today. No, I don't want to stream unless I talk about other markets, but everybody ain't interested in other markets. Some people, like we got some people in here, they got they all into crypto. Everything they got is invested in crypto. And they don't understand or conceive about the other markets that exist that you can be taking advantage of. And I follow all markets. I look at currencies. I look at the treasuries. I look at crypto. I look at the metals. I look at futures. I look at options. I look at stocks. I look at everything. So I'm not one dimensional. I look at every market because it's a one connected web. All right. It's one connected web. So hopefully that makes sense for you, man. So Bitcoin currently trading at 106. I'm gonna do this right quick and get up out of here. So we peaked out. All right, we're starting to peak out. I believe smart money have their shorts in. As the market continues to break all-time highs, they're setting their orders to short this. And we're not talking about the spot asset. We're talking about leverage. That's where all the money is at. Trading in the derivatives. So we took out that high right there. That's the previous all-time high. We made a new high. They offloaded their long positions, and now they're shorting heavily into this. And now on lower time frames, we shifted market structure. Y'all in the chat, what is this candle right here? What do we call that candle right here? This down close candle. What do we call that? What do we refer to that as? All right, what do we refer to that as? See that down close candle right there? What do we refer to that as? What is that right there? Y'all let me know in the chat. Who knows? Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you sharing the free game this Friday evening. You have a new subscriber. I'm checking you out, checking out your mentorship. Appreciate it. Thoughts beyond the abyss. Damn, that's some dark shit. Man, to be honest, I need more people to tap in with the mentorship, man. It's lit over there. Like, it's a small knit community. We talk to each other every day. We're in there every day and we engage every day. It's a powerful thing that we got going on. So if you can get into the mentorship, it's very powerful. You know what I'm saying? I like the small thing though. If it get too much, then I'm gonna cut it off. It's a bullish order block. What's up, John Doe? It's a bullish order block. It's a bullish order block. All right. So we haven't traded down to that yet. It's a bullish order block. With inside of that bullish order block is a BTC. We have not referred to that neither. All right. What else am I utilizing? What else am I utilizing? I'm also looking at, you see this wick right here? Now I utilize all wicks whenever it's relevant. So you see this wick right here? I'm gonna highlight that for y'all. That wick right there. I'm gonna highlight that. What do we call that? What is that called? It's a what? Ghost pool, right? I'm gonna highlight that level right there. So as price trades down, guess what it's trading down into? So if I was shorting the market, I'm shorting in between each one of these levels. You see that? I'm shorting in between all those levels. Look at the bodies of the candles. You think that's random? You see how we broke out, created all-time high, and then we traded down? When it came back down, do you think it just traded to some random level? No, look at that wick right there. Look at the midway point. And look at the bodies. Do you think that's random? This candle right here closes at that wick, at that midpoint. This candle right here opens at that midpoint. That's not random. All right. We break out, come back down. All right. And now guess what? We utilize what? That point right there. We traded down. When we traded down, let's say we cut through that wick. Guess what I'm utilizing? Look at this wick right here. I'm going to utilize that wick. Let me highlight it for you. Highlight that wick. Boom, right there. And you can see us trade down into it and fell just short. We trade down to the top of it, but we fall just short of touching that level right there. So yeah, it gets real next level over here. You know what I'm saying? It gets next level over here, but look how it trades right down, just falls short of it, and it snaps up. And when it goes up, guess who's taking longs? I'm taking longs back into these levels, up into these levels as it retracts. So yes, technical signs, but as far as where it can go right now, it's consolidating. Let's go down to the weekly. On the weekly time frame, we got a shift in market structure. That simply means price is going to shift in the opposite direction short term, in the near term. So we got this high, we got a low, we got a higher high. We liquidated that high, which was the previous all-time high, and we broke down just like that. We broke down. And once we broke this low right here, market shifted bearish. That low right there, the market shifted bearish. This candle right here, that's a bearish breaker. All right, that's a bearish breaker. We haven't traded back into it yet, but we shifted market structure, and we also traded down into this order block right here on the weekly. So the higher time frame supersedes the lower time frame. So that higher time frame monthly out supersedes this time frame on the weekly, but this weekly time frame will supersede everything underneath it. So we traded down into what? This bullish order block. See that? Not random. I'm bearish though. I'm bearish on Bitcoin. Traded down to that order block right there. Tap it. Boom. Tap it again. And now we're just ranging. So that's why I said on the monthly it's consolidating. See the sideways? See the sideways trading? It's consolidating. But on the weekly, it shifted bearish. All right. So now I want to see if it wants to push any lower in the next level. If it comes down to that order block, it's going to reach for right there. That's roughly about $102,000. $102,600. 102,600. Now, if it drops down to that and it goes below that, I'm gonna be looking for this monthly fair value gap right there. That's 98,390 and 95,783. Now, let's say some type of black swan shit happens in these markets, and Bitcoin just sells the fuck off. Well, guess what? This low right here, if it starts breaking down and starts reaching for that low right there is about 74,458. So Bitcoin has shifted bearish. So y'all, just know it's bearish right now. And I believe it can come down and start reaching for these levels that I got outlined. And if it gets really extreme, it's going to go for this low right there. And that's around $74,000. Everybody will be devastated. Everybody will be hurt. All right. So I appreciate y'all joining, man. I'll be on the lookout for me in the upcoming days. Maybe tomorrow, definitely Sunday. Appreciate y'all joining. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If y'all tapped into the Discord, I'll holler at y'all in there. If you haven't tapped in, click the link in the description. All right. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this live stream. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Don't be stressed out. Don't be leverage trading. Learn this skill set. I'm gonna keep telling y'all, learn how to trade. I'm here publicly teaching it to y'all, so y'all might as well learn from somebody. I had to learn from somebody, so y'all should learn from somebody. You're not going to get this on your own. You got to be mentored and coached on how precise this market can be and how rigged it is. So every day, I know this market is 100% rigged and manipulated every day. And we use the manipulation to our advantage as traders because we're aware that it's manipulated. But y'all are not aware that it's not manipulated. Y'all blaming Trump and shit. But yeah, sell off coming, Night Owl. Sell off coming. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all joining. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.